hello everybody. It's my pleasure to introduce one of my clients, an interview for him. He's very talented, an artist himself. He out here making waves in DC. I would like everybody to meet Ahmad. Say how you doing there, Ahmad?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, bro?
I'm well. So, would you like to tell people why you here?
Yeah, man. Hello everyone. Like Kevin said, my name is Ahmad. I'm an up and coming artist out of Washington D.C. I'm currently here because I have the honor of interviewing the one, the only Kevin YK Young Conqueror, CEO, founder.
Sometimes in my song I'll say YK. It's kind of my intro, but
yeah, bro, man. So first off, man, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm well. Busy day.
Yeah,
busy day of an entrepreneur. But now I got some time with you. The interview, so it should be great.
Definitely, man.
Great way to end the day off.
Definitely, man. We thank you for your time, man.
Thank you again.
Definitely, bro.
So, first question. I know your name is Ahmad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you go by artist-wise? Because, YK, Young Conqueror, all my A-listers, YK.
Yeah.
What do you like to be called as?
I like to be called Ahmad, but I spell it differently. Out of respect, because there's a rapper and an artist from the '90s named Ahmad. So I just spell it differently. I spell mine's AMA apostrophe D.
AMA
apostrophe D. Yep.
And how do you spell your regular name?
I spell my regular name AHMAD, which is how the Ahmad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of respect.
Out of respect, yeah.
No copyright.
No copyright. No copyright infringement. Yeah.
You gotta be smart about certain things, So, how would you, what is your craft? Rapping, singing, what is your craft?
My craft is rapping, songwriting, and poetry.
You see, rapping, songwriting, and poetry.
Yeah.
You see what people don't understand is it's the songwriters and the people in the background that get all the money. So he got that little trifecta going there. He gonna get money as an artist. He gonna get money as a poet. He still get money as a songwriter.
Yeah.
Good being versatile. So what's your favorite part of your game?
Ooh, man, to be honest, man, it varies, cause there's days when I really love just writing the music. I love writing rhymes. I love writing raps, cause it's just my way of release. I release how I feel, and I just put it all on paper. But then there's days where I really love performing. I love performing the material that I've written, and I love seeing people react to it and be impacted. So, and then I also like recording it. I love being in the studio and having an engineer or a producer, help me record the song, and I just love being in front of that microphone. So it varies.
All right.
Yeah.
So two major things you said is impact. We all as artists love to make an impact, do we not?
Definitely.
And love. You see, you gotta love your craft. If you don't love your craft, why are you doing it?
Exactly.
Why are you doing
I
it if
agree.
you don't love it? Two major things. So, you as an artist, everyday life as an artist, how hard is it to balance, your artistry, work, personal life, eating, sleeping, this patterns of sleeping? How do you balance this stuff?
That's a great question, man. I just really strive to make sense of everything. I have a time when I sleep, and I stay strict about it. I make sure I have a bedtime of when I go to bed and when I want to get up.
A set schedule for sleep.
Yeah,
you
a
gotta
set
have
schedule.
sleep.
Yeah. Because if not, I'm
that.
gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna be waking up at all times of the hour, and it's not gonna be as precise. So a set scheduled time for sleeping, of course.
And then, some people be grumpy when they don't get their sleep.
So imagine that affecting the music.
You what's the word? You shy away from being grumpy.
Oh, right. No, definitely.
I don't know what word I was about to say, but you shied away from it.
Exactly. Yeah, I got getting as much rest as possible is key. Also, just setting a time for once I get up, what I'm gonna do. You know, to prepare myself for writing and making these songs. You know. Yeah, so it's all about time management. That's the biggest key that I've learned. It's all about time management. You know.
So with you, it's less impromptu. It's more scheduled.
It's more scheduled. Yup.
So it's more concise. Yeah. Do this, this, this,
yep.
this. It doesn't matter any order you go in, or
no. It's a particular order. It's a particular order that I go through. When it comes to what I do when I get up before I start writing, and yeah, it's just like you preparing yourself almost. Yeah.
All right, morning person or what? Evening person, night person?
Morning person. Morning person, definitely. My creative juices flow in the morning for me as an artist. Like when it helps for me to get my thoughts out when I first wake up. Of course, I got to do small things, like I said, put some water on my face, stretch, take my vitamins, brush my teeth. But I like to write in the morning because my thoughts are fresh, and that's the most pure.
You see, it's important that you said morning time, because it's important to know when you're your best creatively.
Exactly.
It's best to know when you're the best at that. And so it goes a long way from being successful or not being successful. So would you like to tell them about Music First? What is Music First to you? Like, what is Music First to your understanding?
Yeah, man. MFE is a brand that got it out the mud, as we say. It came from the ground up, and it's rising. From my understanding, not even from my understanding, it's a family brand. It's a brand that's family oriented, and it's about the people. I see the events that you all do, and that I'm honored to come and be a part of, or just as a spectator to view. You all care about your artists, and I really appreciate that. Not only when it comes to their music and their artistry, but you care about them on the business aspect. You teach them the business side as well, being the great businessman that you are. And I think that's important, because as artists, if we come into this music business without knowing the business side of it and just focusing on the music, that's how we get into janky deals. And that's how we get jerked. Yeah, that's why it's called music business. And I feel like
music business.
Yeah.
Not just the industry.
Right.
Music business before the music industry.
Exactly.
Two different things.
Exactly. And I feel as though that MFE personifies that, man.
Well, I thank you for that. Good question. What is your worst experience with MFE?
My worst experience? Man, in all honesty, I don't recall ever having a worst experience. Worst experience. You all have been very professional and very helpful within my career. I've had an opportunity to perform at Casa Ruby with my brother Voice Miles and Meek Vibes because of MFE. Shouts out to them, by the way.
Shout out to them, the great upcoming artists
that's with MFE. Yeah, so it's all. Told you, it's a family thing. But no, I don't have a bad experience at all with or through MFE. It's been all great dealings, and I'm appreciative of that, and I'm gonna continue to nurture these relationships.
So on average, what would you grade MFE on any day? Not a particular day, but on any day, from 1 to 10.
From 1 to 10, a 9, a strong 9. No, not a strong 9. And I didn't say 10 because I know that you all are going to continue to improve. But I didn't say it's not a 10 because, well, you can work on it. Nah, man. I know you're going to hit the 10. Well, a strong 9, definitely.
So you grade things as I grade things. The highest thing I would give out of a 10?
What?
9.9.
Wow.
9.9. Because if I give you a 10, that means you're perfect. Nobody's
Exactly.
Nobody's
Exactly.
perfect. I would give at highest a 9.99 or whatever.
Right now,
but it's never gonna be a 10 for me. Never.
Exactly.
Because
exactly.
no one's perfect. We all grow. We all learn. So that's how we implement things.
Mm-hmm.
So could you go more in detail with your relationship with Voicemails or Meek Vibes?
Of course, man. Voicemails. That's my brother from another mother, as they say.
Of course.
I met Voicemails through a non-profit organization by the name of Words, Beats, and Life. Him and I came up through that class, and he actually got me a job working at Sasha Bruce Power. And I
shout out to Words Beats and what was it again?
Power, Sasha Bruce Power.
No, what was the program name again?
Words, Beats, and Life.
Words, Beats, and Life.
Yeah, WBL in Columbia Heights. Yeah. Yep. Okay. 1525 Newton Street Northwest.
Shout out
to Words, Beats, and Life. Yeah.
You gotta remember where you came from.
Exactly. To know where you going, to know where you headed.
So as the artist, what would be some advice that you would give to any other artists, as in how to improve themselves, or how to deal with negativity, or how to overcome the biggest obstacle of themselves?
Wow, that's a good question.
As an artist, yourself is definitely your biggest obstacle, and not only in art but also life itself. Yeah. So what would your advice be?
That's a great question, man. My advice would definitely be to trust yourself as an artist. You know, trust the art that you're giving to the world. You know, don't second guess your artistry. You know, I think it's important to stand out and be an individual. You know, it's real easy to see what other people are doing and how they are winning, but I think it's important to quote unquote winning. But I think it's important for you to stay true to yourself, you know. And tying this back into MFE, like I know that MFE is like no other company, no other brand, no other label, not only in the city but in the world, because you all are distinct. You all are individuals, and I think that applies to being an artist, just being yourself. Yeah, that can be an obstacle to overcome in itself, because it's easy to fall in line with what everybody else is doing, because you see that they're winning and you see that there's a success rate. The success rate is high, but I think it's great to bet on yourself. Yeah, I'm different, and what I'm bringing to the table nobody sees, but I got a better chance at making it over time than the falling in line with what everybody else is doing.
And to chime in with what you just said, how big or small do you think the chances of winning like everybody else is, like the H-Time people? What is the threshold that you think the possibility of that is?
So here, that's interesting. It's big and it's more likely, but it'll burn out faster. So you'll get there quick. But as they say, the quickest that it came, the quickest it'll leave. So it comes fast and then it leaves fast.
So it's not good to be
overnight success. Right, an overnight success, overnight. Right.
The next day you might be broke.
Exactly. Exactly. You want to work and gradually build up to that, and then you can look back and see your track record. You know, I think it's great to build a track record in anything you're doing, as an artist, as a businessman, etc. Building a strong track record.
Okay. Yeah. I get it. So, could you walk me through, if you would, your usual day in the studio?
My usual day.
Because you know it's not quote unquote usual, because it's not usual to be in the studio. Every day is its own day. So
that's
could
true.
You walk me through
that's true.
A day in the studio.
A day in the studio for Ahmad would be, of course, with the producer and the engineer that's going to record me. Majority of the time, depending on the session, but majority of the time I have the material ready. Like I have the beat that I'm gonna do, and I have my lyrics and the entire song ready. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, out there viewers. I am an artist who can cook up on the spot as well. If
Freestyle Friday.
Right. If a producer wanted to cook a beat up in front of me, I'll start writing.
Okay. So I'm about to hit the road. Christy's still here.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Christy's
We
still
can
here.
edit that.
So she'll come down and let you know when she's about to leave.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Thank you, Miss Shanae. Appreciate you. Yeah. But no, it's for. I'm also one of those artists who can create on the spot. So if a producer cooks something up in front of me, I'll start writing. I'll create an entire song. But majority of the time, I come with the material ready, and we knock it out. Preparedness.
Always a good thing. Always a good thing.
Yeah.
So how many songs do you usually look to get done in the studio in a day? Like one session?
That's a great question. The most songs I have done in an entire session will probably have to be 3. I've done 3 so far within my career. I've done 3 songs in one session.
And how was the process of getting them 3 songs done? How was the process? Like the smoothness, as you would, of the process, or how would you describe the process of trying to get 3 songs done?
It was definitely, like you just said, it was smooth. I didn't rush my material. I didn't rush my lyrics. It just came to me. It just happened. That was actually a session where I cooked up on the spot. Like I didn't come with any prepared material, but we cooked up 3 songs on the spot naturally. Just
cooking up, call you Chef Amon. And cooking it up, cooking it up. So you say that you had the opportunity to, but smooth because you didn't have to rush yourself. Can you explain the downfall of having to rush yourself?
Of course, yeah. I mean, you never want to be able to listen to your craft and your music and be like, yeah, I rushed that line, or I rushed that part, or I rushed the entire song. You want to be able to know that you was comfortable, you was at ease, and you took your time and you did the best that you could when it comes to recording the song. Yeah, you gotta be in peace and tranquility. Yes, Musa. Yeah, you gotta
feel it.
Yeah, if you need your tea, if you need whatever you need, your coffee, whatever you need, but you wanna be at ease. You don't wanna feel like you're angst and you're anxious. You wanna feel real calm when you're recording. Because as a listener, people can hear that. As a listener, people can pick up on
energy.
Right, the energy that you're bringing
and
forth.
Preparedness.
Energy and preparedness, the 2 key things. People can pick up on that as the listener. Like, oh, he sound like he's rushing. He need to take his time. Like for example, I have an EP, my first ever EP and project that I released. It's entitled Just a Mod. It's on all streaming platforms.
Okay, can you look into the camera and reiterate that?
Of course. I have an EP, my first ever project, but it's my first EP as well, and it's entitled Just a Mod, and it's on all streaming platforms. But I'm bringing it up as an example because when I listen to all those songs, I could tell that I took my time. Like I can think back on those studio sessions and I can tell that I took my time. I didn't rush anything. Nothing didn't feel like I was in a like trying to get to the next song. I took my
definitely.
Yeah, everything was strategic and planned out, but it was smooth. So I just threw that project out there as an example when it comes to my career, just looking back on my work, my body of work, and knowing that I took my time.
So just for the artist, the viewers to be completely clear, just because they want to check your EP out, it's AMA''D, right?
Yes.
So it's just a mod.
Yeah.
AMA''D.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So from your experience as me and you know, you have a lot of experience with Music First, right? So
Definitely.
could you explain to them how Music First do handle the studio sessions per se?
Oh man, it's I like I said, when it comes to the professionalism, it's key. I've had the honor of sitting in one of you all's studio sessions with Meek Vibes, and I just seen how I really appreciated it. It goes back to the family thing, but I really appreciated how intimate you and Meek were. Like you was really helping him out as his engineer when it comes to the mixing and mastering and recording. Even though he wasn't mixing and mastering at the time, he was just recording him. But I like how intimate and patient you were with him. You know, if he would mess up, you was real cool and laid back about it. Like, cause I've had instances where I work with engineers and they like, come on man, get it right, or
Snickers
or
and
like,
laugh at you,
right, or you know, you was real laid back. You was like, I think you should do that again, or you know, try it this way. You will offer him advice and recommendations on how he can vocally perform the lyrics better to make the song overall as a whole better. And I really appreciated that. And mind you, like I said, I was just sitting in on this session. I wasn't even recording. So it showed me a lot. You know, they say it's multiple ways of learning, and I learned just by watching that session. Definitely.
All right, so I could explain it to the viewers, but I think, you know, as you've been your own independent artist,
Yeah.
and that it will be more coming from you of how I do things, how I handle recording.
Yeah.
So could you go more in depth to exactly how I record people?
Oh yeah, definitely. To all the viewers out there that are watching, man, Kevin, YK Young Conqueror, when it comes to recording, know that you're gonna get your money's worth. But know that he's not here for your money. He's going to get compensated, but he's here to produce the best song or best songs that he can as an engineer. He's not going to give you no crappy work. He's going to give you his time. His time is his money. Like, don't get me wrong, the physical money is great to him, but his time is his main focus. So if he give you his time, best believe he gonna give you 110%, and he gonna put his best into the project that you're working on. So that's definitely something that I can vouch for. Definitely.
Quick question. Okay, let's say I'm not, you know, Kevin, YK, Young Conqueror. Say if I'm not me and I'm, you know, somebody, you know, one of your friends that don't know about Music First, right?
Mm-hmm.
So say if I come to you and I asked you about Music First, and I asked you how much do they charge an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain how much we charge an hour?
Ha 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 ha. Here's the thing. They don't charge an hour. And that's what I said this earlier. That's what separates them. That's what makes them distinctive and makes them as individuals. They don't charge by hours. Check this out, viewers. They charge by songs. So if you coming in, if you're scheduled for 3 songs, if you have scheduled your session with YK Young Conqueror Kevin, that you want to do 3 songs, then he will charge you based off those 3 songs. Regardless of how many hours it take for those songs, he's not taking that into account. The only thing he's taking into account when it comes to the compensation is the songs, the amount of songs. So, and I think that's genius. That's a genius business model to have as a consumer, as an artist that's looking for somewhere to record. To know that I'm not going to get charged by the hours, but instead I'm going to get charged by the songs. Like, you get a lot more done. Because you don't have to worry about time. It goes back to the rushing thing we was talking about. You ain't gotta rush on none. You like,
because usual studios, you book an album, you in there. If you're 5 minutes late, If you're 5 minutes late, you don't have an hour no more.
Exactly.
You got 55 minutes.
Exactly.
And then if you want to get 2 songs done, you gotta rush through the first one, you gotta rush through the second one. But instead of that, you record with MFE or Music First, officially Music First Studios Entertainment LLC. So typically you come in, if you 5 minutes late, okay, you 5 minutes late or whatever, but you still got your certain amount of songs.
Exactly.
A certain amount of songs, and that also allocates you, time to, if if you're frustrated, you just cool off for a couple of seconds, take a 10-minute break, or if you want to go eat, just take a break, and you don't have to feel rushed like, okay, you got your
Right.
hours done,
Like,
you gotta leave.
Exactly.
Because I got more clients
Nope,
coming in,
not
you
the
gotta
case.
leave. It's not the case of any of that.
Mhm.
It's you pay your good money. You pay your good money for me to record you. So how can I rush you?
Mm-hmm.
How can I rush you? How does that make sense? It's you pay me for getting done what you need to get done, and then I just cut it short. Like, okay, that's it. All right, that's it. See you next session.
Exactly.
I mean that's the fascinating thing about it.
Definitely. And as like I said, as an artist, that's everything, because you can take your time. You're not trying to beat the clock, as they say. You can take your
are
time.
the clock.
Right.
Don't have to beat it if you are
Right.
the clock.
Exactly. You could take your time. In 2 hours you can get 3 songs done or 2 songs done. So depending on
or you can take 5 hours and get 3 songs done.
Right.
Without the attitude,
Mhm.
without the rushing or any of that stuff.
Exactly.
It's a good thing.
Exactly, man. So I'm all for you all's approach to how you hold your sessions, and I think that's why you all are standing out the way you are standing out.
But also it's another way we record. As you will remember, our mobile sessions. Could you explain to them about the mobile session?
Yes, the mobile sessions. Another interesting endeavor. It's like I love when I think of MFE, I also think of just expansive. They don't stay in the box. They don't stay in the box at all. And the mobile sessions, it's just, to me, it's out of the box thinking. It kind of reminds me of it's a documentary called The Carter by Lil Wayne, and it's a documentary called The Carter by Lil Wayne. All the viewers out there watching, I recommend you all watch it if you ever get a chance to. But Lil Wayne literally would carry around his studio equipment, and wherever he would be stationed, he would record. And that's the same way I think of MFE. If you're not able to leave your house, MFE will come to you. They will come with the microphone. They'll come with the computer.
Travel expense.
Right.
No travel expense. No hourly rate.
Mm-hmm.
Just get your songs that you paid for done.
Exactly.
The songs that you paid for and the comfort of your own place.
Exactly. And that's a deal. Like, to know that you can record in your kitchen, and just do your thing, and not have no worries in the world. That's, once again, man, you are providing something for the consumer that's like I said, it's out of the box. And it's separating you. But to answer your question, the mobile recording studio / sessions that MFE offer it's amazing to me, and I think it separates them from any other organization and label out here. Definitely, man. I'm for it, man.
So, Ahmad, where do you see yourself in your art career? Where do you see yourself going forward?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself at right now, in your opinion? And where do you see yourself going forward, like your goals?
Okay, that's a great question. I see at this moment, I'm only 22 years old. I see myself continuing to build my catalog and my discography, you know, continuing to drop projects, continuing to perform, and continuing to make connections and just meet people. But long term wise, I see myself as an artist that'll just change the world. And I know that's a typical thing to say, but what I mean by change the world is I see myself and I see my artistry and I see my music really leaving a everlasting impact, and an impact that can outlive me living on this earth. Like once I perish and pass away physically, my music will live on forever. That's the long term goal that I have, to make art and make music that can be appreciated years and eons after I'm gone. You know, of course, all the other stuff when it comes to like Grammys and #1 albums and winning a Pulitzer Prize and all that stuff comes into mind. But my ultimate goal as an artist and a musician is to have timeless music and artistry. You know, longevity, to be immortal.
So like Mike Jackson,
A Michael Jackson,
or a Prince,
a
or right
Tupac.
now, or Tupac, or Biggie, or right now a Kendrick Lamar,
a J. Cole.
All them
you
type
know,
of people.
people's artistry and music that'll live on forever. You know, timeless. I'm reaching for timelessness.
So you also said that you a songwriter.
Yeah.
So if anyone came to Music First about needing a song done, would you be able to take the offer accept the offer
Of course.
if I delegate them to you?
Of course. I'll be honored to. I'll be honored to.
There it is. He will be honored
Just let me know. I'll be honored.
All right. The email and stuff should be in the description of the video. Email,
Definitely.
my contact, phone number, email, human resources email. So could you explain to me your process of songwriting? Just a summary of it.
Yeah. My process with songwriting is I really just base it off of the artist that I'm working with. You know, if I'm working with an artist that I know wants a certain record when it comes to what they're saying, then I'm gonna cater to that. You know, I'm gonna cater to that. It's all about the artist at the end of the day when you're songwriting. So for me,
I think they need to hear that again. I think they need to hear that.
It's all about the artist when you are songwriting. So I'm not writing from the perspective of Ahmad. I'm writing from the perspective of such and such, this artist. So I take me out of the equation and put them. It's all about them. So of course there will be things that I wouldn't personally write about or say, but it's not about me. You're writing for someone else.
And Music First we got our own phrase for artists. Do you remember our phrase for artists? I don't call people artists in Music First, but I call them.
You definitely got to jog my memory on that one, bro.
I call them talent because
you
have
did say
a
that.
talent.
You did.
I do not call people artists in Music First. I call them talent. You are a talent, not an artist. It's a difference.
It is. It is a difference. Dang. Shoot, that was a nugget for me that I'm gonna keep.
So
definitely.
Ahmad, I know this may be a little impromptu, but do you have anything at the moment for us to hear, for the viewers to hear? I already heard some of your works, but for the viewers to hear.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. All right, I'm gonna spit something right now. Take off my mask.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is 6 feet, but he took his off. I'll put mine on for a moment.
I say, with this tool that I carry called the mighty pen, allow me to begin as I describe this year. It's been filled with many treats, but also tricks. Halloween has been all year from wearing COVID masks. We've been robbed of our freedom due to a virus. The helicopter crash landed, killing Kobe Bryant. A Black Panther has been put to rest named Chadwick Boseman. Now he's in heaven united with Huey P. Newton. Breonna Taylor and many others will never see how their death has impacted humanity. Personally, I lost some people in 2020. My best friend lost his mother, but her spirit is free. So upset that I went to my first protest. I was so inspired that I almost shed a tear. Will this ink that I spread make up for bloodshed? I just want to be mighty with my own pen. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Man, that's just a snippet of my...
little appetizer.
That's just a little snippet of mine.
Appreciate it. I'm honored to be here.
If the viewers would like to follow you more closely, do you have social media?
Oh, definitely. You all can follow me on IG at ahmad.woodard. And I actually spell the Ahmad how I spell my real name. AHMAD.woodard. WOODARD. Just be on the lookout for collaborations that I'm doing with other artists within the city. Just be on the lookout as I continue to work with MFE as well. Just really be on the lookout. Once again, my Instagram is ahmad.woodard, AHMAD.woodard, WOODARD. Stay tuned.
All right, thank you, Ahmad.
Man, thank you, bro.
Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you
for the first of many Music First interviews on recorded interviews, and also with the business being registered and official now. We got more services for people. We'll handle the copywriting and in your name, the copywriting. For a small fee, we'll post you on our Instagram page.
Hey.
Post your videos on YouTube. And promote it just like that. Extra exposure is not a bad thing. Unless the exposure is Corona. And now that's a deadly thing right there.
Exactly right.
For that stuff. But from Music First Studios Entertainment LLC and Ahmad,
thank you.
We say see you later.
See you later.
All right, let's go grab us something to eat now. Grab us something to eat. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Man, that went well.
All right, guys, welcome back. This is Music First Studios Entertainment interview with Ahmad Part 2. We are currently at
Bus Boys and Poets. Compliments of MFE. See, they treat their artists good.
Now, this is a family-oriented business right here.
Got me some sweet potato fries, some Inferno wings. Some good food and good conversation, as they say. Yeah, man.
This is Music First, off script. But the interview was off script too. Part 2.
I feel you.
Part 2. Yes, Lord. The beautiful Busboy and Poets. Shout out to Busboy and Poets Selfies. Yes, sir. Thank you. Man.
It's the spot.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask you, do you have any thing you working on right now?
I do. I have a few collaborations that I'm working on with a few other artists in the city. It's just, they're tracks, but please be on the lookout for those. I'm a part of a program called the Music Industry Academy. It's through a radio personality within the city by the name of Easy Street and DJ Gemini. on 93.9 WKYS.
Yeah, buddy.
So basically, to make the long story short, the Music Industry Academy, we learn about the ins and outs of the music business, and we do a group track. So we're gonna do a group track with all of the artists that are a part of the academy. So that's something else that you all can be on the lookout for.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm just collaborating with other artists.
Hey, your personal life, how you maintain it?
Man, bro, just striving to make sense of this pandemic, man. You know, striving to stay busy. You know,
Pandemic is messing everything up at this point.
yeah, bro.
Due to coronavirus.
Yeah. But we moving
Soon,
forward.
It'll be over. 2021 is around the corner. It'll be over.
That's the goal. That's the plan. But like you said, man, we making do.
But what about them stimulus checks?
What about them?
Still mad they cut it down to $600.
Yeah.
The heck they cutting it down to $600 for?
I feel you.
We still in need of relief.
Exactly.
So I bumped down the amount.
Exactly. The world we live in, bro.
Do you have any events planned or whatnot?
It's a great question. I do actually. A 9-year-old female artist, MC, rapper, lyricist by the name of Fly Zaya. You all can follow her on her IG at Fly.Zaya. But her and I will be performing at the MLK Day Parade in January of 2021. So stay tuned for that as well.
The MLK Parade.
MLK Day Parade, yep.
And where would that take place at? At what time?
So they're still trying to figure out the logistics on if it'll be virtual or if it'll be actual like live physically. But it'll be the MLK Day Parade that's hosted in Southeast Ward 8. Yeah, they've been doing it for years though, so it's a staple within the community. So I'm honored to just be a part of it, really. I'll stay tuned for that as well.
So, as I said earlier, you know, Miss Keisha Lord, you know, my mentor, I'm a business partner, all that. The owner and CEO of New Law Entertainment is hosted Storytellers.
Yeah.
You know, would you be interested in performing Saturday from 4 to 6?
I would be honored to.
There you go. Hopefully they have some footage there.
If not this Saturday, then the next time it'll be there. I'm down.
And not just a snippet, but a full out homage. Not just a snippet this time, full out homage.
I feel you. Bring the entire song with me. I got you.
The whole 9, the wardrobe and everything.
I appreciate it, brother.
These wings are good.
They bomb, right?
I swear, once I find one thing on the menu that I like, I keep getting that one thing.
I feel you stick to it.
Exactly.
Stick to it. You don't change it up. I feel you.
I don't got time to keep going through things. Figuring things out.
Right. Brody, do you want your blue cheese?
No?
Matter of fact, I just ain't one. Oh, thank you.